This time I decided to structure my session in a slightly different way. I did not go for any low repetition movements and I kept it all in the 10 and above rep range, and I was doing 2 alternating supersets and I was able to engage most of the body there. And then I went off to do some work on the parallettes and some elevated push-ups. So the way that it's structured is this. Started off with an explosive movement and I was taking the 36 kilo dumbbell for a ride, 10 repetitions for all the 3 sets. And after that, I was jumping straight into bodyweight chin ups. And this is the first set that I recorded. I went up to 12, focusing on really keeping the body straight, pulling myself all the way up, just to the bar, until I can't do that anymore. First set I was getting 12, then I did 10, and then I did 9 in the last one. Really good emphasis on the eccentric, trying to store all that energy and then control it on the way back up. Then I was taking a few minutes of rest because this was pretty tough, and then I went into another superset, which was the squat for higher repetitions into the straight leg raises with an extra weight at the end. I took the 60 kilo squat to 15 repetitions in the first set. The second I was doing 13, and in the third one I was doing 12. The idea is to go very high repetitions, see what my cardiovascular endurance on this exercise is, and also, more importantly, I was actually concentrating on the way that my body moves in this squat. So really focusing on pushing my shins forward, feeling a bit of a stretch at the back of my leg, feeling a bit of tension in the Achilles. Getting into that lower position, I wasn't going ass to grass. I was going just below parallel because my focus was more in getting used to the feeling of a weighted calf at the bottom and also the engagement of the quads out of the hole. So then I was pairing this with the usual core stuff with some extra weight, hanging leg raises. These are actually very tough and they challenge the quad muscles from another point. So from a fully extended position into a fully contracted one at the top at 90 degrees. I really feel the rectus working as I'm pulling the legs up. At the end, I was almost cramping, so I was feeling it all in my lower abs and in my upper quads, really. The last repetition, I think I did 14 on this first set. It was really, really, really tough. And then I was doing 12 and 12 again in the last one. So pushing these up to 15 and then maybe thinking about increasing the weight. I don't want to go all the way to 20, it's just too long. And then I was working a bit on my vertical and on my tuck. What I'm noticing here when I'm using the parallettes is that I do not keep my shoulders fully extended because it's easier for me to cheat with the forearms. So I was trying to focus on extending the shoulders, and when I'm pulling my legs down, instead of doing this, I should more pull my knees towards my chest, basically. And then, yeah, of course, the shoulders will move forward, but at least I do not risk going over because my legs are shooting back. So I was trying a few sets of these. It's hard to get straight repetitions back to back. I'm still working on the balancing and all. And I was supersetting that with some elevated push-ups, going for high repetitions, keeping it controlled, getting a big pump in the upper body, especially in the back of my shoulder. These were pretty tough because I was already a little fatigued by the handstand work, and I did not want to go into any sloppy reps, so I was really focusing on going slowly down, pausing at the bottom, and then slowly go back up. Any sudden movement usually tends to trigger a bit of a tightening in the rotator cuff muscle that is inflamed at this moment, and I do not want to reinforce the behavior. So if I am going as controlled as possible, then the body learns ideally that this is a movement that it's safe to perform and that I have the capacity to perform it without the muscle freaking out So this is what I'm trying to ingrain into my neuromuscular memory, let's call it. Ciao.